How about now, guys? You see me or hear me? Here yet? Am I here yet? Am I here yet? Yet? Oh, good. All right. Well, today I got a bunch of emails or letters or whatever, or people commenting, asking about my stroke. So I thought I'd do a here's what happened video. So that's what I'm going to do. And we talk about it. And living in Philippines and having a stroke and all that stuff. So that's what we'll do. But I don't see all the people who sent me their letters, so it don't really matter. But I'll tell you anyway. Let's see. On June the 2nd, I woke up at about 2 or 3 in the morning, maybe 4 in the morning. Hey, Betty's here at least. And I had a headache, man. It was so bad I couldn't see, and I couldn't move. It just knocked me down almost. So that's how it started out. And so we called her cousin Brian, who's been my chauffeur since. And he took me to the medical city on Clark Hospital. And they did a MRI, and I guess you've seen the thumbnail. That's part of the MRI. And determined that I had a stroke. And then they admitted me into the hospital down here in the Green. Is it the Green City? Yeah, Green City in San Fernando in the ICU, and I had to stay there for 2 days. Okay. She said, yeah. So I had to stay there for 2 days in observation and all that, and they did another MRI there and CAT scan and all that stuff. Well, they did a CAT scan at Medical City, then they did an MRI at the hospital. Uh, so that was the deal on that. Uh, yeah, another typhoon's on the way, guys. So we get some more rain. But anyway, so I wanted to talk to you guys about if you're coming to the Philippines and you don't have no insurance, you're going to have to pay cash up front. And that's how they do that. Let's see here. Okay. That's how they do that. See my drums? You guys see my drums? Anyway. So yeah. So if you ain't got no money, you're in trouble because they won't let you out of the hospital. I'm going to reiterate what some people say on these other channels. That if you come in here and you don't have any money for a backup, you're in you're going to be in trouble if something like this happens because it's expensive. Always have a backup. So I'm going to say that. Yeah, that's real important, JG. I think it is now. Before, and I do, but I mean, I think it. $20,000 is a good number. To have just put away in case something like this happens, because it will really hurt you otherwise. And have a credit card with a $10,000 limit on it, or so 9, 10,000. So if you can't get to your money real easy, you can just use your credit card. Most of the hospitals will take your credit card here. Yeah, about 20,000, I'd say. A million pesos would be a good idea, I think. I mean, at least that, because gosh, it just goes. You can't believe how quick it adds up, adds up, adds up. I'm going to tell you a secret though. It's a lot cheaper than the U.S. U.S. is like 5 times more expensive than here. I'm sure a couple days in ICU in the U.S. would have probably cost me $50,000 if I didn't have any insurance. So yeah, I always have an emergency fund, and you can buy insurance here. I'm gonna tell you what, most these hospitals won't take your insurance. They'll just say, well, you can get them to reimburse you. Here's your receipt. See what I'm saying? Any y'all, if either y'all want to come up here and talk to me about it, so you don't have to write everything, you can. Give me y'all a link. I'll watch for you. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Anyway, was you hit it right. You asked the first question. Yeah, insurance is good, but most hospitals here are just not going to take your insurance. They're just going to say, "Here, pay me," and then you take that and turn it into your insurance companies. More than likely, now they take some insurance. It's just Phil Health don't pay much. If you get Phil Health, you're going to get like a 20%. That's all they're going to pay. But you can get it. It's just not worth it out here. Yeah, you can save it up there, Tim. You know, you'll get there. Just save it. Now they won't let you die, but they won't let you out of hospital, and your bill just keep on going up and up and up. I think 50,000 is safe. I think 20,000 is a pretty good number though, unless you have to stay for a long extended period of time. I don't know if you guys know Ed Sweeney. No, I wouldn't want that much cash in the house either, but you can have a fund that you can get a hold of, that's the way to do that. Keep it in the States and have a good credit card. But I don't know if you guys know Edward Sweeney. He was a traveler, vlogger, and I shouldn't say was because he's still with us, but he has had a brain tumor. And he was in Thailand and it shut down the right side of his body. He's back in the UK now in the hospital. They had brain surgery. It was a tumor. And now they've told him it's critical. They've told him he's gonna die. Yeah, and be patient. Like I know what she's talking. She's talking about my impatience. Let's see. Let's show that. Yeah, they ain't no nothing happens fast in the Philippines. If you've ever been here or are here or whatever, you know that patience is something I still work on. I still get upset about it, but I know it's going to take forever to do just about anything. In the Philippines, don't go out and try to do more than one thing a day. Well, Tim, it's a good idea to get one. I know you can probably. Even if you get a load one, you can get like you can get you a debit credit card from a Visa card or something like that that's loaded with $10,000 or something like that. That would be the way to go if you didn't want to have a credit card. But I always have a credit. I have a couple credit cards on hand in case of emergencies. Sometimes it's even better to have one. Like when I start building my house in September, I want my credit card so I can buy a bunch of supplies. At one time, a bunch of material all at once, and they'll deliver it all at once. I'm gonna turn the light on. You can see. There we go. Here we are. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that. And don't get over here and wind up flat-footed with nothing to back you up. Let me see what my avatar is here. There it is. I was wondering what it was. It's that thing. Okay. Let me see here. All right. So fund, have a fun. Remember that nothing happens in the Philippines real fast, so have patience. And how am I doing? Okay. Well, I'm blind in my left eye. I can't see out of it. And I don't know if I ever will. I went to an ophthalmologist, and the ophthalmologist has said, give me lots of medicines to take, and they can't guarantee anything. Howdy, JG.
Howdy, BT, Tim, Eddie.
So yeah, they can't guarantee I'll ever see again, out of that eye. But he's given me a bunch of medicine regimen to take for a couple months, and we'll see what happens. They can't do surgery to correct it because of it's a wiring problem in your brain. Whenever you have a stroke like this, what it's done is it's crossed up a couple of wires. He said in there and made me blind in my left eye. There's Mars. Hello, Mars. How are you? And who else? We got Joe and Jeannie. So yeah, So I can't see out my left eye. I went to my ophthalmologist. He's given me a bunch of medicine regimen, uh, and gave me some ideas to where how I can get it back. But so far, no go. Uh, and like I said, the neurologist said that there's no surgery that can repair my eye at this time from a stroke. They have all kind of eye surgeries they can do, but not not for this. So if you ever have a stroke and you go blind in one of your eyes, there's no surgery for it. They'll give you a bunch of medicine and vitamins and stuff to try to get your eyesight back for you, but there's no guarantees. And there's no guarantees, and if it doesn't come back, it probably won't be. So that's one thing. Thank you, Mars. And let's see what else the doctor said. What did the doctor said? Betty knows. Uh, oh, they wanted me to stay in the hospital for like a week, and just be monitored for like a week. And I told them, no, I don't think I can do that because I was feeling better. I didn't do it. I come home. It was a long and drawn out thing they wanted to do, and I was like, no, I just can't see it. So I'm glad it did because it'd have been a week's worth of more payments or week's worth of more money. That'll wear on you $1,000 a day or $2,000 a day, whatever it was. Thank you, Joe and Jenny. Journey, we
Yeah,
appreciate the
that
prayers. And I could get to see it. I could wake up one morning, he said, and then just all of a sudden you can see. But the neurologist didn't give me that kind of outlook. The outlook on my eyes right now from the neurologist is like, well, if it don't come back, the medicine he's giving you. Excuse me. If it don't
salute.
come back from the medicine he's giving you, then it probably won't. So that's that. That's how it's going, JG. What do you think about it?
I think, well, two things. One, it's important to keep up our health because none of us are getting any younger, and it'd be better to try to prevent it. But if you had to, if it happened, then you gotta. I don't know. You gotta get on. I don't know what the physical therapy and everything like
Well,
that.
it's a
That's what my
lifestyle
sister did.
change. I had to change my lifestyle, man. It's
Yeah,
basically no more alcohol and everything else. The bad diets and all that stuff. Got to quit eating all the pork I eat and all that stuff.
yeah. Well, I've been on my journey for this whole year so far, but it takes time every day at
Yeah.
a time.
Thank you. Hey, I sneezed there, didn't I? Well, I'll tell you, it's really cooler here now in the Philippines. Uh, I mean, low 20s all day, and it's cloudy and raining. And I bet Mars got a lot of rain up there. You get a lot of rain up there, Mars. And there's another typhoon on the way. Well, I don't eat Jolly Beats, MD. I find it disgusting to eat.
Yeah, well, but to expand on Tim's point, like I stopped eating fast food,
Yeah.
you know, pretty much
Yeah, I mean,
100% at this point.
really, you haven't touched it
No,
in a year?
no,
I mean,
no. 6 months this
okay.
year.
Yeah, I every once in a while will have a burger, but it'll
I could
be
have a burger.
McDonald's.
I could have a burger, but I'm gonna cook it myself.
Well,
and I'm
yeah,
not
well,
gonna and,
that's what I
and I'm not
started
gonna
doing
put
too.
bread on it.
They S&R's got some really good Angus beef down there, patties that they sell in a big old tube like thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll get that and have it for it'll last me months. But I've taught her how I like it cooked and everything, so she cooks it good now.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I'll cook a burger. I won't put it on a bun. I could put my cheese on it. Even if I want pickles or bacon, I'll put it on it. Just no bread.
Yeah, I know about that. Points of Manila being underwater. Well, below the Marikina River is busted its banks by a long shot, so that's what's going on down there. Plus, I mean, it rained steady for 3, 4 days almost. That's definitely going to bring some floodwaters. And
I
I'd
had
say I got about a foot left in the Pampanga River right here, uh, till it crests out. When it crests out, it'll flood everywhere down in here. Well, they won't flood my house because the people who built this house were smart and they built it up off higher than the road. About 2 foot higher than the road. So when you pull in the driveway here to pull back into my carport there, you got to come up on a hump, over the hump. You're in the dry. So back to the stroke. I guess you guys see my thumbnail. The
Yep.
the spot that you see on my brain there. That's where the stroke happened, and it bled. It bled for almost a month. When I went back this last week, he said, "Okay, the bleeding stopped now. Now we're doing good." So that's why I went blind. Somehow the blood got in something. Oh yeah, I'm sure we had more than that here. 7 inches. I'm sure a foot of rain fell here in maybe 6, 7 hours one day. I know Mars lives up there where it gets a lot of this typhoon rain. I bet she's got some flooding areas around in her area. Yeah, so you cut out the stuff that clogs up your arteries and makes your blood pressure go high, and then you may not have a stroke, but it's too late for me. But I can not have another stroke. How about that? Yeah. So I've cut out a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Now I like to have a few beers every now and then, and I still will probably, but you gotta watch it on the alcohol. Alcohol is a big one.
Yeah, and smoking.
Yeah, that and smoking too. So all that's got to go. Well, it has gone. I mean, it's just all of a sudden it turns a light on and you just quit. I don't think Tim drinks at all, so that's good for him. He's beating that right off the bat. It didn't flood on your street, Tim. Well, there's about 3 inches on my street, but it didn't. It ran right off now. There's nothing out there anymore, and it's really nice today. I even see sunshine, but like they said, there's one on the way. Let's see here. Yeah, look out the window here. I got light, light, light. So the neighbors next door, they're built below the road and they're flooded. They got water all the way up to their door over there. Yeah,
So what happens when it gets that bad with the flooding? You just stuck at the house.
it's called and they build their houses and they don't think of the future. And then somebody puts a new road in or pays over the old road, and that makes the road higher than your house, and then everything from the road goes straight into your house.
Oh
It's
shit!
nasty. It's
I never thought of
that,
that.
and that's how they build a lot of places. Even all over Angeles City, I seen it.
Was
But
the power going out with the flooding?
didn't have any of that. No.
At least that's a good thing.
Yeah, no outages. But there was two in a row that were kind of intermingling and making it rain so hard here. That's why so much flooding happened. Uh, One was called Bachoy, and it went up to China first, and then this next one called Karina, and it went up to China also. It went through it went through Taiwan mountains then into China. Flooded it bad up there. We think we got it bad, but those guys got it real bad.
What do you think the safest spot in the Philippines to live? And I mean, from typhoons, earthquakes, all the different natural events that can happen there. What would you say is the safest
Well,
area?
I would have said at one time, no, I won't say that because I would have said Baguio Mountains, but they have so many landslides there when it rains
Right.
like
Yeah, they
this.
get landslides. Exactly.
But down in Tagaytay down there, and there's the mountains there that overlook. Uh, I forget what the names of them are, but they overlook the volcanoes and stuff like that. Those guys don't get too bad landslides and stuff. I don't know why, but they don't. I don't know where would be the best place to stay away from natural disasters. I don't think you can. I don't think there's a place that you
Joe
can
says
find.
Joe says Palawan.
I don't know. They get all this monsoonal rain we're getting right now.
Yeah, because that's at the beach, right? That's
Well, I mean, it's a thin island. I mean, it don't get as bad of like earthquakes and volcanic activity there, but they got hit by that typhoon. What was the name of that typhoon, Betty? I don't think Palawan would be the safest place, huh? You don't remember? Anyway, there was a bad typhoon hit there a few years ago, and just wiped out the whole east coast of Palawan. I
Tim
don't.
says thinks Angeles is very safe. So I was in Angeles. It didn't really impress me much, to be honest with you. I mean, there's no beaches, there's no mountains, there's no natural beauty. It's just what the hell is there?
Well, there's a bunch of mountains surrounding English City, but
Yeah, outskirts, things like that. But right there, I didn't think much of it. They say
now
Pampanga is the
I
they
was
say
thinking,
Pampanga is the the culinary capital of Philippines. I was not impressed.
well, there's let's see what don't get hit. I don't, man. There's no place that you can escape a natural disaster here.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. It's just, I guess,
I don't
whatever
see
you're
it.
more comfortable living with.
Yeah. Do you want rain, floods? Do you want if you want to live on the beach? You're gonna get hit by typhoons? If you're gonna or monsoons and typhoons. If you want to live in the mountains, you can have mudslides and earthquakes, and you could also have if you're like too close to certain mountains, you could have
Volcanic activity.
yeah some lava through your living room or whatever. Which one do you want? Choose. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Basically, that's the way I feel. I mean, they call it the Ring of Fire down here. I mean, for a reason. In the rainy season, you're not going to get away from a typhoon coming through your area. It's going to come through your area eventually because there's so many that come through.
I'll
Yeah,
have to
Tim,
research
I
that.
don't know about that. I was here in 1991, and your area was a disaster. English City was covered in 3 foot of ash because Mount Pinatubo exploded. So I wouldn't consider English City safe at all. It's surrounded by a volcano, and you're still gonna get the floods and everything else. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. Well, you don't have to. Guys, I'll tell you the truth. I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter about all that stuff. I'm not gonna worry about it. Uh, I turned my monetization off almost a year ago because I just didn't want the taxes. If I started making money, I didn't even want to deal with taxes. Never made anything anyway worth talking about. I just turned it off, and I don't even have to get a 1099 from them anymore. So heck with it. I mean, what I make $200 in 2 years? Nah, that's not enough to worry about. So I turned it off, and if I do anything like this is just for information for people or fun or whatever. I might do a live stream every now and then. Now though, get on and talk about a subject that people might be interested in for the Philippines, like we're doing now. Yeah, there's no escaping natural disasters in the Philippines. I don't think there's any place that you could live that would do that here. Uh, there might be an island or two. No, no, I couldn't say that. I was going to say there might be an island stuck between two big islands or something down in the Visayas or something that might be a little less active in that area, but I can't say that because I don't know where it would be.
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean that there's no way to hide from it. And I mean, if you just remember, if you don't look back a little while, Japan's right in the same ring, right? I don't know how many years ago it was, but if you'll remember, they had a great big earthquake that caused a big giant tsunami there, maybe 10, 12 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that. Yeah.
I mean, those guys were devastated. The whole town and villages and all the way up the side of the mountain and everything. It was something else. And a nuclear power plant was right there, and it
Right.
got destroyed. Huh?
Yeah. No, I do remember that because of the nuclear power plant. Yeah.
Yeah. So there, if you live in this ring of fire, you're going to get some disasters around you, and there's no escaping. That's your choice. You chose to move here, so that's what happens.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I mean, like even in America, where would you say is a completely safe place from any kind of natural disasters?
I don't
Because
know, man.
every
I lived in Georgia mountains, and it was pretty safe. I didn't never have nothing hit me there.
no, you didn't get hurricanes or earthquakes. New York, we can get hurricanes and things like that. We did have an earthquake a few months ago, but it was actually hit in Jersey, but we felt it in New York.
Yeah. Now we had an earthquake up there one time in 25 years, and it was from Alabama in the mountains, but it didn't do much. It rolled the floors a little bit, and I seen a crack or two on the side of my house. That was about it. Had a couple of tornadoes, but they didn't come up the mountain. They started at the bottom and stayed there. Uh, Never had any really bad disaster up there. I've had some really heavy rain in the mountains, but and a little bit of flooding here and there, flash flooding and stuff, but nothing that affected me that much.
Yeah, yeah, that's the best we could ask for, Tim. Relatively safe. Nothing. I don't think any place is going to be 100% safe, but
No, there's nowhere. Even where you're at, man, you got hurricanes that come along every now and then, don't you?
yeah, we do. Get nor'easters, snow bombs, all different kinds of things in the winter.
Yeah, nor'easters. Those are the bad ones, huh?
Yeah.
10 foot of snow all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been lucky like the last 2 or 3 years in New York. Very, very little snow.
I was
Almost
watching.
dis- Almost disturbingly so little the snow that we've had in the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, usually you get a few feet up there anyway, right?
Yeah,
Every year.
every year usually get a couple feet. Well, I don't think the last 2 or 3 years combined equal a couple of feet. The snowfall amounts.
I'd say, Tim, it's relatively safe, but because Pinatubo exploded in '91 and it's not exploded since. But you still get the rain, floods, all that stuff. Your area maybe your area is a little high off the
Yeah,
ground or something.
probably have good drainage and stuff.
Yeah, maybe they got some good cleanup around where he's living at now. He moved, so I don't know exactly where he lives now, but I know it's a better area than he was in. Let's see. Now where I'm at, I'm way out here in the province, in Santa Ana. We just had a fiesta yesterday, so I had a few red horses yesterday. I just first time I've drank in forever, but family around and food and all that good stuff, and I felt all right. But my mother, I got a call while I was there at my mother-in-law's house, and my mother's in Tennessee has just went to the hospital. She has some kind of blood thing going on, infection, some sepsis or something like that. And so wasn't a good day at the end of the day, but I finally got a hold of them today, and she seems like she's doing better.
That's
They got her
good.
on some regimen and stuff, and when she goes home, she's going to have shots of these big antibiotic things to clear her blood up. She'll be going
Eesh.
home Monday. So if you think of anybody, think of mom. Mom's a good one to think of. Anyway, me, as far as me, let's see, let's look at me here. I know you guys might not think, okay, there's me. I can use my arms and my legs. I can walk, and I'm grateful. And the doctor did say if it was much worse, it would have been paralyzing in my right side or something like that. So I feel real lucky and
Yeah,
blessed
make
because,
make the best of it, BT. You
yeah,
got
because
another shot.
I wouldn't put down. I wouldn't put down like most people that have strokes. They get put down, man. They can't even walk or talk or.
Yeah, I told you the other day. My sister, she had to do a lot of physical therapy to get walking again, and even years later, she's still a little wobbly.
Yeah. So I mean, I've got a little balance thing since then and a little weakness, but
Yeah,
nothing
stroke will
got
do that.
but nothing got paralyzed.
Yeah.
And I can still speak to you guys fairly decent. Not, I never did speak great. I'm a Southerner, but
No, your
I,
speech is around the same, BT. It's around the
yeah.
same.
So it's about the same, and only other thing, like I said, is a week in this eye right here, I cannot see. I can see black. That's the weirdest feeling you ever had if you yeah, for your vision.
Oh, worst case scenario, you could always get a patch and a parrot on your shoulder.
Yeah. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from not Caribbean. I'm from the South Pacific.
You're a pirate.
I'm a pirate from the South Pacific. We got
Change your
four.
channel name, BT the Pirate.
BT the pirate. I might do it, man. Do it. I might get a better. Might have more people watch just to see me in my patched up eye and parrot.
Oh yeah, if you get a talking parrot, man, you're in like Flynn.
Well, that's
Everybody's
what I
gonna
was
want to be
thinking.
your friend.
I wanted to get a parrot and teach it how to say certain words, in video. People love my animal videos. The
I'm not a big fan of you scaring the cats.
I don't scare the cats, man. They just see me and run.
Well, that's called that's the definition of scaring them.
Well, I mean, it's just because they see me. It ain't because I'm going yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't have
They
to
like
be
that.
intentional.
Yeah, it's not intentional, and they're feral. They don't want people. They don't want you to touch them or nobody. They're
Yeah.
they're,
No,
they're
feral cats are typically very skittish
yeah,
of
they're really
people.
skittish. And if I even just take one step towards them, they're running. You know, but and there's a bunches of and there's been two sets of kittens that's been uh, born here that lived, and they're you know they don't have dog catchers or animal control people in anywhere that I know of in the Philippines. Because if they did, I wouldn't almost hit a dog every time I'm driving my motorcycle down the road.
I
Right?
heard that too.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right. I mean, seriously, it's every corner or everywhere you go, there's a dog trying to run out in front of you.
I've heard a lot of the people that live there say that
It,
you
it's
know
it, Yeah, it's
And
definitely.
some of them, they're trying to avoid the animal, whether it's a cat or a dog. So much they flip their bike, they go rolling.
Well, I haven't hit none, but because I don't want to kill no animals anyway. But yeah, I mean, I can see that for sure.
Can't
Uh,
believe the Yankees gave away this game again. I'm getting so
yeah,
disgusted with them.
yeah. What's going on there?
Well, a few innings ago, they were losing 4-3. Judge comes up, hits a 470-foot 3-run home run. They take the lead, seven to
Yeah, I like that guy,
four.
Judge. Judges.
Oh, Judge is amazing. And then and now I just looked. I checked in. It's the bottom of the ninth. Now they're losing 9-7. Just like what the
Yeah.
hell is going on?
Are they playing Boston again? I didn't
Yeah,
check.
Boston, and Baltimore's losing. They could have used it to pick up a game in the loss column.
Mm.
Terrible. Yeah, they lost. It's over.
You are wobbly on occasion, Tim. It's because your back problems and stuff, man. For me, I'm just wobbly because my eye, I think's not, equilibrium. I think being blind in this eye makes me off balance a little bit.
Well, it's going to give you super hearing now.
Yeah, maybe. I hope so. I'll take it. Uh, Betty
Oh
brought me
man,
some iced tea.
I just thought of a question and it left me.
Okay, let's see if I can get back on track here about having a stroke in the Philippines. Uh, have a family member that has a driver's license. That's a good idea. Like your girlfriend's cousin or my wife's cousin, Brian. He's a really good kid. He uh, he drives me everywhere now. He don't even ask for anything. Of course, I give him a little bit of something for doing it, but he drives me anywhere I want to go. All my doctor's appointments. I've had lots of doctor's appointments the last couple of months. And
Hey,
Brian,
Timmy and Tail. Timmy.
and Brian. Let's see who else we got.
Get Timmy and Tail in the house.
Timmy Stories. Okay. Yeah, I had a stroke, Timmy, and I haven't been on, and that's not why I haven't been on, but thought I'd come on and explain myself. I got some bunch of emails and messages that want to know what's going on, so I thought I'd do that. CTO, how you doing? And let's see. And so here I am explaining myself. What happened is I was a biker and a black sheep of the family, and I did everything that you're not supposed to do in life. And I do mean everything. I mean, I used to make moonshine daily and drink it, and you ain't supposed to drink your own product. And I did all the things you're not supposed to do as I was growing up and didn't stop. And now I had this stroke. And I think it's a uh, direct connection to all that boozing it up and living my life like the wind, and driving motorcycles, and chasing women, and just all the things I did while I was getting to this age, and now it caught up with me. And we all make those mistakes, I'm sure, but now I have to have a complete lifestyle change, and I have. Even my diet, like we was talking about earlier, the diet's a big thing. And guys, I've lost. Let's see, I weighed one. I weighed 90 kilo. I don't know how much pounds that is. I weighed 90 kilo whenever I was sitting on the scale. See what I weigh now. I weighed 90 kilo when before I had this stroke, and now I'm down to 85. So that's a good loss, and that's all from changing my diet. And now I got to get the exercise in to get my balance back and stuff. I think that'll help too. What do you think, JG? A lot more walking. I'm going to start walking a lot more. I used to walk when I got here every day for a long way. Of course, I had fun, but sometimes I had too much fun. I think you know there's a there's a limit, and it'll pay you back in your old age. So I just turned 60 June 13th. So before I turned 60, I had the stroke June the 2nd, I think it was. And yeah, you got to take care of yourself, folks. And you can't always do exactly what you want to do. You can, I mean, you can't not enjoy. You can't stop everything, cut everybody off, but you can slow it down a little bit. And when you have a stroke, you'll just have this realization you're going to slow it down a lot. And that's what I've done. I've basically just changed my entire lifestyle. Well, one thing is not seeing out my left eye makes it where I can't drive anymore, or I can, but I'm afraid what'll happen. Uh, I'm gonna get back to driving if I get a little bit of my peripheral back, because I can't stand not being able to get around. Let's see here. So Betty has changed my diet just immediately, and she's amazing. You just guys, she's just even before she was amazing, but now she's really cares what I eat. We don't go to McDonald's anymore unless it's just a chance thing. Like we went to McDonald's for breakfast the other day because we had to go to the clinic, and that's I just decided we're going here. It saved her from having to cook when we got home too. She don't mind. Don't get me wrong. She loves to cook. I don't know, Tim.
BT, how often you play those drums?
As much as I can. I got to close the window so I don't bother neighbors.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta figure that's probably as loud as like karaoke is.
No, 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 no. These people who karaoke have got me blown away. Yeah, they're. Yeah, see,
Well,
Tim,
then,
I think I can see well enough out my right eye to drive right now. I mean, just all driving is mirrors and making sure you're watching where you're going anyway.
yeah, just
But
ease yourself back into it. Take your
yeah,
time.
and think about. I've been wanting to go golfing real bad.
Oh, you a golfer? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I gotta have to drive myself because I don't want to have get a chauffeur, my Brian, her cousin, to drive me because then he has to sit there and wait on me.
Oh, I mean, if he did that, that's a job. That's what it is.
Yeah, but
Were
anyway, yeah.
were you golfing before you got to the Philippines, or you picked it up after you got there?
No, I used to golf.
Oh, you
Well,
golf. All right, you're a golfer.
yeah, I miss it.
See, that's a healthy hobby.
Yeah, cause see that's a lot of walking.
Yeah, it is a lot of walking.
Well, I mean, you get a golf cart, but you usually got a caddy, and you got to walk all over the place to get to your ball, and you can't drive your
Right.
cart down
Right.
to the
Yeah, they don't
balls.
just drive you right up to the ball if it's in the middle of the green.
Right. So yeah, I think I get back into that. It'll be really
Yeah, I
good.
think you should. Get out in the sunshine a little bit, get your steps in, doing something you enjoy.
Yeah, and that there's one here that's a premier one right here in well, it's about 30 minutes up the road. It's in San Fernando, and it's called the Beverly Place, and it's a really nice one. It's a little on the high end for Philippines. There's some in English City that are half the price.
Oh, if it's a good golf course and you enjoy it.
Yeah, you've always had a driver since I knew you.
Who, me?
No, Tim.
Yes, it is, Timmy.
Yeah, that's JG. Yeah, the Yankees. The Yankees, man. They've lost a lot of games lately.
Yeah, the last 6 weeks they're terrible.
And I watched, uh, who was I watching there for a long time? They were winning. The Mets.
Oh yeah, I don't watch them.
Well, I watched them for a while there, and they had that blue thing. Their mascot
Gr-
guy.
no,
Throw
that's
the
Grimace.
Yeah, he
Grimace from McDonald's.
threw the first ball out for a while there, and they won every game.
Yeah, McDonald's Grimace.
Yeah, him. But anyway, they won every game because he was doing that.
Yeah, well, good for them.
And I think they fell back in the hole now. The Braves was doing good too for a while, and then they fell
Yeah,
back in the hole.
that's the thing about me in baseball. Like, if it ain't the Yankees, I don't know about it.
Yeah, I like the Yankees and the Braves, and that's it. Those are my teams right there.
You ever check out like I know they have well, they're professional basketball there. You ever go to a game or anything like that? Check it out.
Well, you can go down. I can just walk just a few blocks down the road, and I'm at the covered court, and they have tournaments there all the time.
No, no, but I mean they have a professional league there.
Oh
Like
no,
their NBA.
I've never watched any of that.
When I was there, I saw it on TV. I was at a bar and they had like a game, the Maccabi team versus the other team. And it was professional, so it was
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, I've never watched it. What I know that's happened starts today, isn't it? In the Olympics.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like watching some of that. There'll be some. Oh, in golf will be in the Olympics today. They'll
you know,
start the first round today.
yeah. Well, golf's a legitimate sport. I mean, but they made breakdancing an Olympic
They're
sport. Like, what the hell is
trying to make
this?
everything. Yeah. Well, I wonder if they would do moonshine in Olympic sport because I'm not talking. It's hard work.
Yeah, they give all
I might have got me a gold in that.
they give all the teams the same materials and see who makes the best.
Yeah. Number
Oh
11,
God, I hated that guy, Timmy.
Kyrie.
Kyrie pretty much destroyed the Brooklyn Nets. It's a mental case, self-absorbed, anti-Semitic. Good riddance. We got rid of him. He's a good basketball player, but he's not a good human.
Yeah, that's there's a lot of not good humans around right now.
Yes, they seem to be in abundance.
I mean, it's just I wouldn't have thought it would ever be like this, but it is. It is very very disastrous in America.
America is close to a civil war.
Yeah, it's just
Really is.
insane. It's insane. Well, I don't know, man. Hopefully that won't happen because, well, I mean, yeah, hopefully it don't happen. But look, if
Hey, listen, if Trump doesn't win, it could very well happen.
yeah, but the people think they just gonna go out and shoot their neighbor and get away with it, man. It just ain't gonna happen, you know.
I hope not. Or at least if it does, I hope I'm not here.
Yeah, get out of town, man, because your tenants might be mad at you.
Yeah, that's fine, Timmy. He's a good basketball player.
Anyway, there's a lot of hate going on over there, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad, the Filipinos. They don't go for that, not the ones I know.
No, I never got that feeling either.
And there
You
was
know, and
some
I heard,
bad times back in the '80s when I was here in '90s. Of course, they had Marcos, the first Marcos.
yeah, with his wife with all the shoes.
Yeah, and it was
Mel's.
it, it was a disaster. It declared martial law, and all kind of bad things happened. And then there was some civil unrest, but nothing like America's in right now. And you don't see it. You just don't. The people just don't act that way. They don't. They don't get like that. I don't know.
No, they have different priorities.
Yeah. So, um,
Well, I
what
mean
else?
that's one of the reasons I want to, live outside the U.S. for 9, 10 months a year.
Yeah,
Is for
and
that.
then come home to visit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Once or twice a year,
I don't blame you.
check on my house, make sure it's still there, and
Well, I
and
was
get.
thinking after I get my house done, it'll be about the time that Betty gets her visa. If somebody don't kill that, in the some
Yep.
political party don't.
I know the guy.
If some political party doesn't kill the visa given out, yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
100%.
it's got me worried a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
And
if they're going to
and
start deporting all these people, then how does that mean they're going to be able to allow you to get your visa? I don't know. But I was going to
hey,
take Betty home for a little while and let her work if she wanted to. At least
yeah,
meet my folks and stay for a 6 months extended stay,
yeah,
visit
to check
there.
it out. Yeah, for sure.
Take her around everywhere I know in the South and show her the beauty of some of the places. And then if not, if it didn't work out like that, I can rent a place for 6 months there, and it won't hurt me at all. Someplace, a small place, and a fishy place for me and her.
Yeah, well,
And
you and her would probably be good in a freaking cabin in the woods.
well, if I could get one. Anyway, they're expensive now to rent those, but and
Are they really?
yeah, people make a pretty good living off those now. But anyway, if I get near my mom and dad in Knoxville is what I was thinking, for 6 months to a year, whatever it takes, and then come on back, and we still have my house here and our house here, and we just whenever we want to, we could have her sister or something stay there while we wasn't here.
Though, BT, the irony of the whole situation is that the person that wants to get rid of all the visas and everybody, he was married to, I know of at least two foreign women who aren't U.S. citizens,
Well, I don't want
including
to.
his current wife.
Yeah, I don't want to get into who it is, but yeah, that's not just him. There, the whole right has signed on for that, and there's a bunch on the right that want to get rid of all the immigrants. Also, I mean, there's the vice president that he just picked, Vance. He's married to a woman that's an immigrant.
Yep, that's right. Which I don't have a problem with, but why would the same people turn around and act the way and talk the way they're talking? Just stupid to me.
I just think it'll be a sad day, you know, deportations and all that things. Anyway, we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, that's all we can do anyway. Do you have any other key points to hit on what you've been through recently?
Yeah, let's see. Let me get back to that. The stroke. Uh, so all I know is if you ever get a really bad headache and you can't see all of a sudden and it knocks you down almost, you're probably having a stroke. You know, you probably need to go to the hospital. Because I was thinking when it was happening, man, this is the worst migraine I've ever had. And then it's a stroke. So,
Yeah, now
so
that you say that, BT, that's 100% what I would have thought if I would have had that. Because I've had a migraine, and that's pretty much what it feels like.
well, it was worse than any migraine I ever had, and I've had some bad ones because I got them from a long time ago. Whenever I was blowing stuff up in the Marine Corps,
Yeah,
but
that'll do it.
yeah, so I have migraines, but this was worse than any migraine I ever had. And I know how bad migraines are too. This one just, it completely made me blind, and I mean at the time, and had I fell down, back in. I was getting up out of bed. I went back into bed. I couldn't even move. And freaked Betty out, man. She was like freaking out. She said, "You want me to call Brian and tell him to take us to the hospital?" I said, "Yeah, take me. I got to go somewhere." So if you
Yeah.
ever have the worst headache you've probably ever had in your life, and it gets really hurt. I mean, just like somebody's beating you in the head with a hammer.
Did you pass out?
Almost, but I didn't. And then uh, get somebody to get you to the hospital. That's the main thing.
I think my sister fell and passed out in Kirksville.
Yeah, I was real close, and they had to help me into the car to get me there. I'm glad they didn't call the ambulance because the ambulance just take you to the closest place, whatever.
Yeah. That's the same in the US. You can make
Yeah,
it yourself, make it.
yeah. So glad that Brian came and he took me. I really appreciate him. He is a good brother-in-law or cousin-in-law, whatever you want to call him. And he
Tough
takes me.
friends.
He's ever since then he's took me to every appointment I've had to go to,
Good friend. That's a good person.
and I've went to a bunch of them. Twice a week I've been going to the doctor. Now there's a little break, so I figured I'd go ahead and do this since I got so many emails and messages that people want to know what happened. So that's what happened, and uh, don't discount the Philippines uh, doctors, man. There's some good doctors here. If you get the good doctor, you just can't go to any doctor, but get the good doctors and you'll be all right. If you're coming here and you're worried about the doctors, don't. You can get good doctors here. And the facilities, nurses, all that stuff. I have no complaints about all those guys. They really took care of me, and I was the one that I should complain about because my patience level is Americanized.
Yeah.
I think the pain should stop. I think it should stop now. Morphine, but that don't happen. You got to be patient here.
That's something that concerns me, doing what I want to do, which is travel. Is like
Yeah,
I was in a store the other day and I had to wait more than like 3 minutes and I was like losing my mind. I'm like,
yeah.
holy
See,
shit, man, you gotta calm down.
yeah, you got to think about that. Anywhere else you go, it don't matter if it's Europe or here.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
You're
it's
gonna
not
have to
just the
wait.
Philippines. It's anywhere else is a different pace.
Europe is a slower pace too, man. You go into a store there, it's not the same as here, but it's close.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've traveled around the world a few times, and even in the airports in the Mid East, I've been to like Doha out there in Qatar Airlines.
Yep.
If you go to in a place inside the airport there to buy something, you're gonna have to have patience because they're not. Some of them are, from Asian countries that go slow, man. Just calm down, calm down and
Yeah, well, I mean, especially when you move into a place that's, it's island life.
hmm
No, I mean, if you
Yeah,
went that, even if you're American, you just went to the Caribbean, 2-hour flight ride, it's like that. So,
yeah. Mexico's the same way. Mexico's on the slow, on the easy pace.
yeah, well, that's different cultures. Most cultures are not like this.
But you're American and you're used to now, like I am. And you get in a hospital, you're going to be a little grumpy. So
I'd
just
be
remember,
grumpy in any hospital. It wouldn't matter if U.S. or anywhere else.
yeah, but just remember, man, they're not you. They're not like you. And if I go down to the store to get a pack of wood screws or something to fix something around here, I know it's going to be a while getting through the line.
Yep.
Because look, I don't know if Tim or any of these other people have experienced it, but they got a cash register, right? And they're scanning all your stuff. And it goes up on the registrar, right? And at the end, it shows how much it is and all that stuff. But that don't matter. They also got this calculator down there, and they check it all and make sure it adds up to what it's supposed to add up. And that's true. I mean, almost any store that you go in will do that. And it's because that's how they're trained to do it. They're afraid to lose their job if they don't do it. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's
The
that's
boss says this is how you do it. That's how you
yeah,
do it.
that's how you do it. Hey MK, how you doing? Yeah,
MK Show, welcome to the program.
so patience. That's my main thing today. Patience is the key to anything in the Philippines, or like you say, any other country you go to. It's not like the U.S. So if you're a U.S. citizen and you're coming to the Philippines, bring a whole lot of patience with you.
It's on back
Definitely.
order.
Yeah, I mean, really put some patience down.
I'm good, MK. How you doing today?
I am okay, MK. I can't see out my left eye, but other than that, I think I'm doing pretty good.
More guapo than ever.
More handsomer than ever. Let's see. See?
I like the neat beard on you.
Yeah, I need to cut it down a little bit. It's getting a little thick there. But yeah,
I
I
didn't
don't
like
like
the
it.
grizzly. I didn't like the Grizzly Adams look on you.
Well, I was doing Santa Claus last year, so I grew it. But this year, I'm not going to do that. I did Santa Claus and showed up with the CRV with bunches of gifts for all my nephews and nieces here.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, we had bags and bags of it. It was a fun Christmas. But I got to feeling bad at Christmas this year and went home early.
MK, will you be doing a live from the toilet anytime soon?
Is that the thing now?
No, she did one a long time ago when she was in Hong Kong, and she named the live from the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see out of my right eye. I can't see out of my left eye. And hopefully, I'll get some peripheral or something back. Anything, it'll be good. I don't know what it's going to do to my golf swing, though. One eyed golf swing. I don't know what that's going to be like.
Just do the best you can.
Yeah. It's,
You ever play any pickleball?
huh?
Pickleball.
No. No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's good exercise for us men of a certain age.
I have no chance to. She's had no chance to do live in the toilet. Oh my gosh. What was it? A shower? Was you in the shower?
No, she was in the bathroom cleaning it.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Tim D. Okay, he seems to be doing okay. You just got back from Canada, didn't you, Tim? I know he left me a message. He just got back from Canada and he's releasing Canadian videos that he did when he was at home right now. I
I
went
did a,
home and I didn't stay but 2 weeks and I didn't get any video.
did a live last week, MK.
I may do a live like this day every week for a while.
To your Saturday morning and Friday night here.
Yeah, I just thinking this is a good time and build it up a little bit. But I'm not, like I say, I'm not into the monetization no more. So just for my life in the Philippines, I've been here going on 3 years now.
Well, I said it to you before, and I'll say it again, BT. You're the first person that went over there and upgraded their life.
Yeah, ain't that amazing? I think
Wonderful.
it is.
It's great, man.
Sunday morning, he got back from Canada. Was that a visa run or was that just you going home to
I think
visit?
he, I think he was just going home, see family, friends, things like
Okay.
that.
So Canada, hadn't been to Canada in a long time.
Oh, Tim, you may have. It's just that I knew BT's story, making the jump. I think when I met you, you already, living here and settled.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, yeah. JG knew where I lived and where I come from, backwoods and everything. No power, no water, all that stuff.
BT's the
Basically,
real
no,
deal.
basically no bills.
Yeah.
And now
Off
I live in
grid.
it. Now I got a 3 bedroom house out in the province with electricity, power, and water. It's funny. In September, I think in the end of September or middle or whenever they get the road completely done out to my property, uh, I'll be doing videos of my home build. That was my profession. Is I was a contractor in the states for many many years.
Yeah,
So
it's no
I'm gonna.
problem, MK. I'll do another one. Always welcome to join. Yeah, see, that's the kind of visa I would go for, the SRRV. I think you got to put what, like $20,000 in some type of investment there.
Well, you put it in a bank and then you can use it to put it to buy or invest.
Condo, yeah, something like that. But I
Yeah,
don't think. Tim rents an apartment. I don't think he has property there.
he rents a house, I think,
Yeah, rents a house.
like
But
me.
but like if you do the SRRV, I mean, where do you put the money if you're not buying like a condo or something? I mean, can you just put it in a bank account and let it sit there?
Uh, you can let it sit
Tim,
there, but if you want to
Tim would
use it, you
know.
got to invest it in something. Like you could invest in a lease and build a place.
Hmm. Yeah, I always knew that it had to be 20,000, but other than buying into like a condo or something, I never knew what other options there would be for that investment where they'd accept it.
I have the 13A visa because I'm married to Betty, but
Yeah,
but
right.
if I wasn't gonna get the 13A, I was gonna get the SRRV2, which I
And would you
should
have you
still go ahead and do it just to have it.
would you still but would you do it like I said, like in a condo or some other type of investment?
No, I'm military. I get the $1,500.
Oh yeah, okay.
I get a break because
Yep.
we served over here.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense.
And actually, I did serve over here. I did time over here. Uh, my second tour in the Marine Corps.
Oh, so just like some type of bank account, Tim.
No, they have the bank you have to put it in. Well, there's two of
Oh,
them, I think. So you
oh,
put it
okay.
in the bank they tell you to, and then whenever, yeah, military courtesy visa. It's courtesy for if you were served. Anyway, yeah, you put it where they tell you to. I think there's two or three banks that they approve, and then uh, go ahead and do everything else. Only other thing about it is you got to get a lot of documentation that is apostilled in the United States before you come here because you got to do it all here while you're here. That's the only thing. Did time like jail time. What the hell is he talking about? They want to see you, JG.
Yeah, all right.
They want you to do a little twirl.
I'm not doing no twirls.
No twirls, Tim.
How do I do this?
Yeah, me too. I've seen people that have strokes that, they lose their
Oh,
speech. There he is.
hello.
Uh, well, I sure am glad I didn't lose my speech, even if my speech is kind of rough, uh, southern. But you know, I've seen people have strokes just mumbling away, and you can't understand what they're saying. So I'm real proud of that, and I'm not paralyzed anywhere. Like I told everybody, I'm blind in my left eye, and I cannot. Uh, I mean, I got a lot of weakness going on, and every once in a while I have a little stagger or whatever you call it, off balance.
BT, you should look at this. You got a second chance.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about in the neurologist's office. Says you really. He told me I was really lucky, and I agree with him.
Yes, Tim, I've lost so far 65 pounds.
That's a lot.
Yes. Yes, it is. That's like 30 kilo.
So you working it out, or
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm getting 15,000 steps a day, and I have a weight bench, dumbbells, all of that stuff.
I'm proud of you, man. That's good. Glad to hear
Yeah,
that.
I told you the whole reason it started was back in November when, doctor told me I was going to have a heart attack or a stroke, maybe both. Just said that to me, the shape I was in, my numbers, my blood work numbers.
Yeah. Are you diabetic?
I am diabetic. I am just about to reverse it.
Well, that's good. Are you just on a pill or a shot or what?
No, just a pill. I never took insulin, but in November, man, it was 12.9.
For your
And my
A1C was
yeah,
12.9.
yeah, my A1C was
That's outrageously high, man.
exactly. And the last test I had was in May. I go back next month, August, but in May it was down to 6.2.
Yeah, I had a 6.1 last time,
Yeah, that's good.
but I'm diabetic too. I take insulin.
Oh, you do? Do you take
Yeah.
metformin as well?
No, it's different, but it's the same thing. It's
Same thing.
just one a
Yeah,
day.
I tell you, man, staying away from the carbs as much as you humanly can will take care of it. That's all it really requires.
I mean, I've had diabetes for 20 years, I guess. It's been.
Yeah, but you know what? You could still do it. You could still get rid of it.
Well, they've took me off the insulin before, and you know what? It was a shot. They gave me a shot, and it made me lose weight. Uh, and it took it all away. I mean, I was gone, but then you do what I do. And
Howdy, beat shooting star.
shooting star, how you doing, buddy?
Wow, we got a big celebrity in the chat now.
Yeah, Here, let's give him a link. Let's see. Paste.
He's booked everywhere. All the channels
He'll
want him.
come up here. At least we can hear him laugh.
Exactly. Well, let's give him something to laugh about.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Anybody want to come up? Come on.
Come on up.
We'll be glad to talk to you about anything. I ain't bashful.
You're not? I always thought you were a very bashful man.
Yeah, no shy here. I'm pretty much opinionated. I mean, I guess everybody is, but I'm heavily opinionated on certain things.
Yep. We all are. We all have our things.
Yeah. Come on up here, Bruce. Let's hear you laugh. Oh my goodness. I'm about to
The-
call it anyway.
yeah.
About an hour and a half almost already.
Yeah, so
What you got?
I'll let you wrap it up, BT. It's good
Okay.
talking to you, and keep yourself healthy, man.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going
You got
to.
one shot at this.
I'm going to, man. I'm gonna go play golf again. Watch you see.
All right, man. You have a
All
good
right,
day.
we'll see you show next time, maybe. Let's see. We got Tim D. Anyway, that's about covers it, guys. I'm not dead and getting better, getting stronger. I've got to get out and do a little bit more walking. Um, I can't see in my left eye. And if you come to the Philippines, if anybody's coming to the Philippines, I always have a backup of somehow. Let's see if Bruce wants to talk about nothing. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Forgot how to do this. There you go. There he is.
Hey,
I was
how you
just talking
doing?
about my stroke,
Yeah,
and I
I'm
was.
sorry I didn't make it earlier.
That's all right, man.
I had
It's
to
all
leave
right.
for a little while, and I just got back a little while ago.
It's
And
okay.
anyway,
Uh,
and you got the hamsters here. Hey, Mama, hey,
hamsters. How you doing, hamsters?
hello,
So
Betty.
that's
And,
what I talked about. I talked about my stroke and how it affected me and how it didn't affect me, and
uh,
and I'm a very lucky man
yeah,
that I
you
can
are.
still walk and talk and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
Hamsters are here.
Yeah,
All right. Aloha. And that if you come to the Philippines and something happens to you and you have to go to the hospital, you need to have a plan for that. You need to have a credit card maybe with $10,000 limit on it or something like that. Or at least, 5,000, 6,000, something like that. Uh, because even if you've got really good insurance and they can use it for for overseas and stuff, the hospital probably not going to take it. You're probably going to have to pay them up front
mm,
and then file it with your insurance, and then your insurance pay you back.
yeah,
That's probably what's going to happen. So come healthy, be healthy, and have a backup plan is one of my main messages here.
I got you.
Yeah. So when you come over, have some money in the bank and be able to access it. So if you get into some kind of accident, God forbid, and God forbid you have a stroke like I did, you'll be able to access enough money to get yourself out of the hospital. Hospital's like jail. You got to
Right.
bail yourself out. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, I had the stroke. I got blind in my left eye, and I've done everything the doctor says to do. Maybe it'll come back. I went to ophthalmologist, and yeah, you can't predict it, but you can be a little prepared just in case it does, right? So the preparation is key. You got to have a backup plan. Got to have a back me up plan. Just put some money back before you leave the states, or before you leave whatever country you're coming from, and have it just in case. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Are you?
Yeah, she's at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, be
So,
prepared.
so did
I
you
didn't
end
ever
up?
think I would have a stroke or anything like that.
Well, no, nobody thinks that they are until it happens, and then
But it did, and now I'm recovering from it, and it's costly. You know, your health is costly. You got to take care of it as long as you can.
yeah, I know. I know you're always at work. Yeah.
But anyhow, so I've covered everything I guess I wanted to, Bruce. You gonna do a live stream now?
I wasn't planning on doing one tonight.
Uh,
Yeah. I may try to do one. I don't know. If Hatsters doesn't do one tomorrow night, I'll do one. But if she does, I'll probably wait and do one maybe Sunday.
okay. Well, I think I'm gonna end this thing, Bruce.
Okay. All
And
right.
and glad you come up.
Glad to
And
see you. Yeah. Glad to see you're doing better.
but I think I'm gonna be all right, guys. I just got to do what the doctors say, and I'm gonna do that for sure. I don't want to leave you yet.
I certainly understand that. Just take good care of yourself.
Well, give me a holler sometime, Bruce. Let me know what's going on if you know what I mean.
Okay. I sure will.
All right.
All right. I'll go ahead and hop down.
All right. We'll talk to everybody later. I'm going to end
Okay.
our live stream. We appreciate you being here for me.
All right.
And we will definitely start doing things. Since I've been here almost 3 years, I think it's time for me to share some of the things that I do here on live streams and bring some people up and, just talk about it that I've
Yeah.
done here and how I do things. Not how you would, but how I do things and how things are in the Philippines. And I talk about that patient thing a lot. You got to do that in everything you do here. So
Mhm.
thanks everybody for coming,
All
and
right,
we
man.
will see you next time.
All right. You take care, BT.
Okay, you too.
All right. All right. Bye bye.